Good morning, Internet. Today is August 9th, and this is my daily cryptocurrency journal. None of this is financial advice, of course, because this is just my personal journal, and I'm not a financial advisor. But anyways, let's get right into it. So Bitcoin has been having this pretty significant run up. Looks like we did have some sort of a blow off top right here, and now the question becomes, are we going to continue on forward, or are we going to get a little bit more of a meaningful pullback before we continue up? It looks like we're getting rejected off at what appears to be the midpoint of this range. Let's go like this. Yeah, that's about the midpoint of the range. So let's take a look at the CVDs and see what Bitcoin is looking like here. Looks like futures is buying and spot is buying. Okay, although spot was selling up until this point right here. And interesting enough, I was actually awake when this retest came, although I did not place an order because I was not sure what was going to happen. But you can kind of see on the 30-second time frame here that the premium, the futures premium, was actually leading the move up well before the reversal happened. So this could have been a good signal to hop into at least a position, right? And then of course, with the delta, the spot and the perp delta, you can see the buying, the strong buys that came in right there, along with the increasing premium, which could have signaled that there was indeed a reversal going to happen. Of course, I was a little hesitant to long there because spot was declining, although it does look like the spot bid has picked up. So I would not be surprised if we come up here to clear some more of this. The question becomes, how high will we go here? And I have no idea. I am not sure. But the fact that we're getting a little bit of a spot bid and a futures bid does seem like we will have some more continuation to the upside. Yeah, let's take a look at the moving averages. One thing I wanted to mention that I forgot to mention in yesterday's journal is just kind of how cool it is that the price action almost surfs these the moving averages, the 4-hour EMA in particular here, and then even the 1 hour, once it starts to get really volatile, how it kind of bounces off really nice against the 1 hour EMA. So just wanted to bring that up. Okay, let's take a look at some of the other altcoins. Okay, so looking at XRP came down to the bottom of the range here. We're back up at the top of the range. It looks like spot is flat, futures is bidding. So to me, it just seems like it depends on what Bitcoin ends up doing. If Bitcoin does reverse here, and we get a little bit of a pullback, then I'd expect the same thing to happen with XRP. It does look like spot is not really buying, so this move looks to be driven by futures. Okay, let's check out composition really quick. Looking at the XRP funding rate, okay, it looks like funding rate is increasing and open interest is increasing, so it does look like longs have been accumulating in here. Also, we forgot to check the Bitcoin open interest. Yeah, open interest has been increasing substantially for Bitcoin. Looks like funding is also increasing too. So it looks like there's a lot of coin margin contracts that have opened up at the top here. Also looks like stablecoin contracts. Funding increasing though, so it does look like people are longing, which is not necessarily a bad thing, you know, because there is a spot bid. You know, if there wasn't much of a spot bid and people were longing, then whenever futures stops bidding, then the price would just reverse and a lot of those longs would get squeezed. But we'll have to see what happens. Okay, I'm going to pay close attention to Bitcoin today and see how price action responds. My bias for Bitcoin at the moment is kind of just sideways chop. I think we can make it up to here at the highest, but I will be paying close attention to the future CVD and the spot CVD to see what that is looking like. All right, let's look at composition. Composition had some really cool price action. It was kind of consolidating in here, right? And then you had almost like this UT event right here, which came down and took out this low right here. And then you made your way back up to the top of the range, which was really interesting, right? And if I zoom out a little bit more, okay, yeah, the top of this range is just these two peaks. So composition still looking pretty bullish in terms of price action, making a higher lows for the most part and making higher highs. Let's look at the CVDs really quick. Okay, so it looks like futures is bidding. Spot has been kind of sideways, you know. Spot hasn't really been buying. It looks like this run, see, even futures has been selling here and spot has been selling. So I'm kind of surprised compound has been showing this much strength. Maybe there's something that I'm just not seeing in the charts, but yeah, let's check the funding rate really quick for compound. Compound funding has been increasing, open interest decreasing. Yeah, both the CVDs are decreasing. So honestly, I don't understand why comp is continuing to go higher. It looks like there might be just limit orders holding the price up. Compound does kind of look weak to me in terms of the CVDs, and but price action has been kind of bullish, you know. So at some point, I'd expect compound to make its way down here, right? But that obviously what dictates that is Bitcoin, whatever Bitcoin does. But right now, this is still holding up. Okay, Solana has been showing an immense amount of strength. Okay, Solana's been very bullish, just up and right only for since this accumulation phase. So I mean, we can start probably targeting some of these highs if Solana is going to continue up higher, right? So let's check the CVDs. Okay, so it looks like futures is sorry, not futures. It looks like spot is starting to sell substantially here, but futures is keeping the market propped up. So this could be decent for a short potential, right? If Bitcoin does roll over, maybe for like a short scalp, right? Just to take out this low here. One thing I need to keep in mind, the thing that I need to keep in mind is that it's okay to like go for small take profit targets, right? Like for a lot of my trades, I'm going for huge swings, like take out this low, right? And it's okay to take smaller trades where it's just like, okay, just take out this low, right? Or we're just going to even just come down here, right? There's 2 trades, particularly yesterday, that were in profit for me, and they would have been a win, but I did not close out of them, right? Because my profit target was too great, and if I would have just made my profit target smaller, then those would have been 2 winning trades that I unfortunately did not solidify. But anyways, okay, so Solana has been like just grinding upwards. It looks like futures has really been buying persistently. Let me change the premium on here to maybe like 50. Yeah, okay, so it looks like futures is definitely twapping up, spot continuing to sell here. So we'll have to see what happens with Solana here, but it does look, if Bitcoin does behave, then it does make sense for Solana to kind of come up here to me. Otherwise, if Bitcoin does reverse, then there might be a nice short play for Solana to come on the reversal. But it's kind of, I got to be careful because shorting strength it's risky, you know. But we'll have to see what Bitcoin does. Funding's kind of flat. It looks like it has been going up since then. Open interest is starting to increase. Not really getting much signal from this, honestly, for the altcoins. I feel like there's more signal to be had with Bitcoin when it comes to the funding and the open interest. Okay, so in summary, my bias for today is sideways for BTC with an underlying bullishness. So I'm kind of expecting just chop and going to scalp mostly for today, unless we do get a breakout for Bitcoin. The coin that looks the strongest to me is Solana because its price action has been very strong and its spot volume hasn't been selling as harshly as XRP. And the coin that looks the weakest is Composition, since both the futures and spot CVDs have been trending down. So that's kind of my bias for today and my thoughts. I'll see you guys at the end of the trading day. All right, here's an update on how the trading day went. To be honest with you, I don't really want to make this because today was pretty bad. Today was probably my worst day trading in a while. Probably because I was revenge trading, over trading, using too much leverage, all the demons. And what ended up happening is Bitcoin put in this retracement and had this move down. And when this retracement happened, I was like, okay, I was expecting bearishness for Bitcoin. So I went and I shorted XRP. I shorted XRP, tried to short right here, got stopped out, of course. I took another short here. This one was actually a win. I got stopped out on, I believe it was this move because I had my stop loss right here and this took me out. And then when this happened over here, I tried to short XRP again right here, and I got stopped out, you know. Of course, my target was like down here and price actually went there, but I don't know, I just got too emotional, kept trading. I've been trying to catch a long down here, and I've gotten stopped out multiple times using too much leverage. I gotta set some sort of limit for myself to stop trading, some sort of thing in the plan that tells me like when I need to stop trading. Because I mean, I took what, I've taken 8 trades today, 12 different entries, and it's just been a string of losses. One good trade, but yeah, today has not been good. Solana actually was pretty bearish, down only. Compound, I had this POI right here, tapped into that perfectly and went down. If I would have just taken this trade, because in my notes in my journal I had compound as the weakest coin. Okay, compound composition looks the weakest. Okay, so I wrote in my journal that compound looked the weakest. So when I saw that Bitcoin put in this retracement, I should have just stuck to what I originally deemed as the weakest coin, which is compound. If I would have taken this trade right here and just held it throughout the day, I would be very much in profit. But XRP, I got off course because XRP had this huge move to the upside, right? And then I started trying to short it, right? Expecting us to have that retracement. And that's when I started getting those string of losses, started getting emotional, started over trading, started revenge trading, and yeah, not good. Of course, XRP did end up retracing, but once these highs were cleared. So kind of unfortunate. It's my fault, my bad. I got to take responsibility for my poor trading, and I'm gonna try not to let this trading day affect the rest of the week. Just gotta keep my head up and gotta follow my regimen, gotta follow my plan. I'm also coming to realize that my execution for entries isn't as definitive as I'd like it to be. I think I need to get it down to like a science of some sort, like, because right now I enter on high volume, but I don't really have a process as to like what constitutes like, okay, an entry, and then I'm not like, I need to be more precise with my stop losses, especially if I'm going to use higher amounts of leverage. But yeah, even this trade that I took here, I just aped into it. I shouldn't have taken that trade because it's probably going to stop me out too, and I'm gonna have to refund my $20 account, which I know I'm just trading with a small amount of money, but it still stings, it still hurts, because in my mind it's like I'm putting so much time and effort into learning how to do this, and when I have these down days, it feels like, it does feel pretty shitty. Especially when I have these days where I'm just like doing the things that I know I shouldn't be doing. I don't know. I need to figure out what that is inside me that just, just starts over trading, that starts using too much leverage, that starts revenge trading, because it's not good. Like, today's just has not been a good trading day. All right, well, that's it for the end of this journal. I'll see you guys tomorrow.